F9, and I believe that means we are recording. Taking a peek at the game here. Getting ready for a solo queue match. I'm playing Kassadin, grabbing Cleanse Ignite. The only reason I grabbed Cleanse Ignite was because of the hard stun on Scion, assuming that he would go mid. He actually doesn't in the game, which is a little frustrating. And actually, in retrospect, the Cleanse would have been nice for the early stage, the laning stage, but outside of the Sona ultimate, it's not that much CC. I don't know why I necessarily grabbed it. So, well, there's 2 exhausts as well, and the Ignite. So, whatever helps you in the early phase really is going to help you mid to late game. So, taking a look at the team comps. Gangplank, Graves, really solid picks. Caitlyn should outlane. Caitlyn herself would definitely outlane a Graves, although Caitlyn Soraka versus a Sona Graves, I'm not sure. I don't think so. That's because with Sona Graves, and I know a lot of people like to run Soraka with Graves just because the heal, the armor bonus, jump in, Graves is the damage. With Sona Graves, I really enjoy running a Sona Graves. The only reason I like to do that is because of the damage with your Q on Sona, and the power chord is just, it's deadly. Very strong. Too strong! Alright, so taking a look at the items here. Pretty typical. Everyone's starting with sustain, pots, boots. Pretty typical for right now. Pretty typical. Enemy team, we didn't catch what they got. I think Xin is going to start blue. Xin, I don't know. All of a sudden I see an influx of Xin Zhao's, and I'm just like, what? Why would you play Xin Zhao? My goodness, I'd rather play a game of tic-tac-toe. Play a game of Xin Zhao. I love Xin Zhao, don't get me wrong. He's just in a very bad place right now. So anyways, we're communicating, we're getting ready. We're going to do kind of a typical start for Nocturne here. He's going to go Wolf's Blue. And actually he's not. And later in the game he talks about how it's his first time Nocturne. Well, he plays great. But he's going to try to counter jungle, and might be a little counterintuitive. So anyways, we're just chilling here waiting to see if there's any sort of against it. Obviously there probably wouldn't be, just because of the fact that they are at blue. We CV'd them and caught them there. He's not going to start there. A little depressing. I probably should have just forgot that. I missed the CS. And I found out I'm going against a Gangplank. Great call on their part, by the way. Especially a Gangplank with a regrowth pendant as a start. There is no way a Kassadin is outlaning a Gangplank with a regrowth pendant. Just not even possible. I mean, look at this. I got destroyed. It was just a terrible move on my part. I didn't CS terribly. As you can tell, I'm CSing all right, kind of keeping up with him. The problem is, well, and here's a bad idea of an ultimate on him. It was nice. I mean, it was nice in the fact that it gave me a little bit of leeway, got me some more CS, which is always nice. And that's not a bad thing to do as a jungler sometimes. However, with the new jungle, as it's been stated before, you really have to weigh out your ganks versus your farming. So, as you can tell here, he's really hurting me. And he actually, he was pretty low. I'm kind of surprised Nocturne didn't come back around for it. Well, actually, he does here, I think, but he comes in through this way, which I don't understand. He doesn't get that much of a speed boost. He needs to start with boots. I don't get that. That's fine. Taking a look, Udyr against Scion, and actually he did really well against Scion, if I remember right. He did really well. So at this point, I'm focusing a lot of my harass on the minions, a lot of my Q on the minions, and just so that way I can get more CS, because there's just no way I'm going to first blood him. That's just not possible. Down bottom, you've got Sona Graves. Pretty typical, pretty standard. We take a look at the CS. Graves 16, Kate's at 13. I don't know how you could be out CS'd as a Caitlyn, but whatever. So I'm going to take this opportunity. I'm going to go back. I know I'm going to miss some CS here. That's going to happen. I'm not sure why he was pinging red. Maybe he wanted to go steal it. I'm not sure. Oh, I think he was spotted, actually. That's what happened. So, Udyr's still pushing up the lane, which is Xin Zhao gank. That's the only... Xin Zhao might be terrible early game, but... Or not early game. He's terrible late game. Doesn't scale for the life of him. But he, his ganks early. Still strong. Still strong. Not as strong. Yeah, I'm missing a lot of CS here, which is always frustrating. Although I'm still out laning. I should have saw that. I should have saw that I was out laning Gangplank, and I should have just kept with it. That was one of my first mistakes. Scion's low. I probably, yeah, that's, with him being so pushed, not really much I could do. And I was terrible map awareness there. I've got to pay more attention to the mini map. Here comes the Xin Zhao gank. And Caitlyn's just going to keep chugging at him. And pretty typical. Xin Zhao overstayed his welcome. Got it. Nocturne comes in with the gank. Gets exhausted. Not much is going to happen here. If I remember right, not really much comes out of it. Sona too strong. Pull the same fishes there. So back to the laning. I don't know why he sticks around. That's one thing with junglers. Don't stick around too long. And if you're going to stick around, do it kind of stealthy. Hit the tri brush. Hit the side brush over here. Figure a way to get out a gank again, because you're not gonna out harass them, especially somebody like a Sona Graves. So I'm out laning, I believe, still. Yeah, I'm still out laning the Graves there. I see. This is the first time I die, actually. I see the Nocturne getting ganked. I probably should have thought a little bit smarter about this one. I shouldn't have gone in. That was just stupid. Well played by Gangplank. I ran the cleanse, got hit by the parlay. Done. Yeah. And I shouldn't have raged at Nocturne. That was just a bad move. Good call on his part. So, anyways, Nocturne goes in, does a little bit of damage to him. I don't know why he would stand toe-to-toe with him, but that's what he does. And here I am back again. I should have, what I should have done, honestly, if I take a second just to sit and think about that, I should have let Gangplank go after. It's obvious Nocturne would have gotten away. Not a big deal. I should have farmed a little bit more, because I didn't hit 6. And I wasn't that close to hitting 6, but here's the thing. This lane is pushing. Scion pushes hard, right? And he's pretty low on health. He's about half health. Udyr, half health as well, but he's still got 2 pots. He has no pots. And he's going to burst this down. I should have waited till I was 6. I should have just went off, and I should have went and ganked Scion. Probably would have been the best thing to do. Udyr has enough burst. I have enough burst. We could have probably done something to him. That's what I probably should have done. That's right. Let's actually fast forward this a little bit. Back in the lane. Look there. Ward the tri-brush. Always a good idea to ward the tri-brush. Not enough people warding the tri-brush these days. And we're back to the laning phase. And really what supports should do, you should always go back, grab 2 wards, ward here, ward right here. Throw 2 down, you're absolutely protected. No way anything's going to happen. Same thing with top lane. Udyr's going to get away. Maybe not. Nope. Yeah. I mean, really, Udyr, you're 45 CS. You got to feel out when the best time to go back is. You really do. So I lay a ward there. Actually, if you play that smart and you coordinate with your mid well enough, it's hard to do it solo queue, but if you coordinate with your mid well enough, you get this right here warded, you get this right here warded, you have both your lanes from the enemy jungle warded. So the only way that they could come in and gank you is if they went all the way around up here, all the way down over here, down into this, which they're not going to do. So you've got good vision on them. So anyways, that really hurt me. That gank hurt me hard. As you can see, I was 5 and he was 7. And now he's out farming me. Now he's, well, still behind. He's going to pull ahead of me and farm pretty fast, though, because he can out-harass me. He's got a Philo Stone, Alvarez Blade, so he's going to hit that crit sometimes. He's getting more mana regen. He's getting more health regen. There's just no way. There's no way. So, actually, Udyr makes kind of a smart call, and this is where I roll over and die. I don't know. I played terrible at this point because I'm going to get killed by Scion pretty soon. We're going to switch up here. Udyr's going to go down bottom. I'm going to run in here. I'm going to try to harass him. I don't know why, by the way. I don't know why a Scion wanted to switch between me and Udyr, because honestly, Scion counters Kassadin so hard. Because of this right here. Boom, boom. You can't burst Scion hard enough as a Kassadin early on. You can't burst his shield. And with Kassadin, your early damage comes from your Q. And Udyr's going to die here as well, I believe. And that's going to take a bad turn. And Nocturne comes in. This is... Xin Zhao has no gap closer unless it's against an enemy. I mean, he's got the gap closer against the enemy, but retrospect, another terrible idea. Nocturne was pretty good in this game, so. And Nocturne's playing pretty good. The nice thing is, when I don't know why an AD carry would go up to gank at 6 or 8. I mean, he was 6 actually, and the best part here is the best part for them is, yeah, they're gonna go for dragon, or they should go for dragon at least. Doesn't look like they do though. So, let's continue on. It looks like Graves, 66. Again, Caitlyn. If you're playing a Caitlyn against the Graves, you better be laning better. Better be laning better. Let alone the action, just trying to farm. That's the thing. It's another thing with Kassadin. Kassadin's a lot like LeBlanc, and before I say this, he has a lot of his damage comes from, a lot of his farm comes from killing champions. It really does. You get the assist, you go and you gank hard. That's why, because he's got his blink in, he's got his silence, he's got his slow. You blink in, blink out. I lay the ward there because Xin Zhao, I don't think Xin Zhao is going to come in through here. I just don't think he's going to. They switch back. Again, I don't know why they switch back. Scion hits Kassadin so hard. So hard. But that's okay. I'm doing pretty alright with CS. At this point, Gangplank versus Kassadin is just... Maybe that's why they switched. Because of how hard Gangplank goes against Kassadin. I mean, it may not have even been the fact that Scion didn't think he could go over him. Could be that Udyr just pounds on him. And we're actually going to do some damage to him. And he's going to barely get away. And I actually end up running out of mana, which is terrible time. I could have killed him. I could have killed him. Come on, use the Q! Can't use the Q. No mana. And I get the mana right now. Yeah. Terrible timing. So here we go. They're going to get Dragon. Nocturne is there. I don't know why they didn't go after Nocturne. Probably could have killed him. They have way more than enough CS. Did they take Dragon? It's the only thing about a little replay. I can't tell if they took Dragon or not. So we end up switching back. It's because I want to go against Cass. At this point, there's no way I'm going to be able to jungle, or I'm going to be able to farm against either of these lanes. It's just not going to happen. I can take a few waves at a time. My build is I have 3 Dorian's Rings, hopefully enough to give me some mana regen, some health, and some ability power. That's just to sustain myself. So come in here, do some damage. Things I need to get out. Get out. Okay. Picked up the kill, pick up the assist. Not too bad. Now we've got Gangplank coming around here. Gangplank's so close to being dead. That Udyr just wrecked him. Absolutely wrecked him. Well done. I mean, at this point, we really should have been looking to do team stuff at this point. You know, farm a little bit, but maybe try to take the buffs, take the initiatives. Nocturne didn't give me a blue buff the whole game. It's alright. You know, that happens. Some people are like that. I think he was actually complaining, though, about how... he's complaining about Xin didn't give Scion the blue buff, and he wasn't giving me any of the blue buffs, so whatever. I was running out of mana terribly. terribly much. Yeah, we'll take a look at the CS here. Graves, again, is rolling over Caitlyn. You got to remember, 17, roughly 14, 17 CS is equal to 1 champ kill. If Graves has 107 to 82, I mean, that's roughly over 30. That's roughly 2 champion kills of CS worth it over Caitlyn. And right now, Caitlyn has the assist over it. That's fine, and you don't have Graves in there farming. But that's huge. It's huge, especially on Graves. He's going to wreck you. Absolutely wreck you if you don't stay up with him in CS. You've got to be able to out damage him. That's why you pick Caitlyn over Graves in a lane, because you want to be able to out damage him. You want to be able to outlast him. See, Zin's out. Oh, not gonna give Cyan blue, but Nocturne's like, why you don't give Cyan blue? And I'm like, why you don't give Kassadin blue? And I'm all like, yeah, I am blue. Blue because you wouldn't give me a blue. Yeah. So, good Tri-Brush award from Soraka. So happy she awarded Tri-Brush. More supports need to board Tri-Brush. Not sure Ujir's at here. Yeah, Ujir's in trouble. Or he's not, because Xin Zhao is garbage. Seriously. Oh, man. I go back to farming. I'm terrible 52 CS in 15 minutes. Just terrible. Terrible. And so they tried ganking Sion. Honestly, we did a good job against the Sion. Really did. Didn't allow him to really do too much. He's 1-2-1. I'm 1-2-1. He's got a lot more CS than me, and that's Sion. Any champion in solo queue, you want a champion that's good. Any champion in solo queue that can farm well, that has a decent AOE, especially AP champs that can farm well. Sion, TF, different champions that have AOE abilities that allow you to farm well. They're going to excel in solo queue because you can get ahead of people. You can get ahead of people like Kassadin. You can get ahead of people with CS, and you can out-itemize them and just destroy them. So, 16 minutes in. I mean, we're at this point. We're up in kills. I'm still farming terribly. I grabbed my source boots, and on my trip back, maybe a good idea. The 20 magic pen with the 15 it may have been a good idea just to get a blasting wand because I know I had enough for it. So I really should not have tried to gank Sion. Ganking Sion, I can't. Yeah, I end up accidentally silencing a minion. Terrible again. I can't remember if we get him or not. Certainly damage him enough. So we get him there. Actually, not too bad. Oh, and there it was, the Sona ult. And, oh, this is what happens. I end up accidentally going right back over here for some reason and feeding in a kill, which made no sense. Like, I think what happened is I meant to slow him, actually, which doesn't make sense, I suppose. And I ended up clicking. I ended up hitting my mouse and clicking down on the thing and ended up hitting. It was terrible. Absolutely terrible. Anyways. Because I wanted that kill. I got greedy, basically. You can get greedy to an extent, but I got way too greedy. But that's okay. Well, it's not okay. It's not okay! This is where Sona's strong, too. She doesn't have her ult now. It's obviously down. But that ultimate... Especially, the Sona ultimate allows you a free kill, basically. If you play it right, you can get a Sona ultimate free kill. Under tower, anywhere. Free kill. I feel pretty confident. 7-7. I'm down 1-3-2. Nocturne comes in and takes my CS, which is cool, I guess. He was all cool about it, though. Wasn't cool about my game at the end, but whatever. Do what you do. So they're going Dragon again. Means we're getting ready for a team fight. The only problem, Caitlyn all the way back there. I mean, you can't be that far off when it comes to team fights. Dragon's gonna fall to them. Nocturne's gonna ulti in. I don't know what the Nocturne ultimate was all about. Yeah. I don't know why he ulted into that. Like, especially with the items he has. Bad idea. So, we're gonna lose this tower. It would have just been a smart idea to run. Instead, I ultimate in again. Man, that Graves is low. I wanna get that Graves. I wanna get that Graves. Don't hit the mic. I hate these standoffs that happen in mid. Don't ever let standoffs happen in mid. Make something happen. You know, make a play, go down bottom, split push a lane, do something. Don't just all sit mid and... It really should not take, especially with AoE. If you've got a Caitlyn, if you've got a Nocturne, thankfully the Nocturne's going up and he's going to farm up here. If you've got enough AoE to clear out the minions, just clear out the minions. Let like 3 champs clear out the minions if all 5 of them are there. Defend and just go CS. Thankfully, Udyr was smart. He was like, we need the CS. I know we need the CS. So my build path was kind of stupid too, and they say it, and it's true. I went an early Sheen, well, not that early, 20 minutes in, but I shouldn't have. It was just a bad move. I'm gonna fast forward this here. I think we actually end up taking this tower. See, this is what I'm talking about. If they are all pushing down there, and you know they're pushing down there, take a lane. Why not? Especially mid-game, there's not a lot of teams, if you clear out the minions, that are going to jump underneath your tower and dive 3 people. Send 3 mid, let 2 go split push, get the CS, get the tower, get out. So, I mean, at this point, I would still consider Nocturne should have been building more tanky. I don't know what this Vampire, I think he gets a Bloodthirster off of this. Don't get a vamp. Do not get a Bloodthirster on a Nocturne. Just don't do it. Maybe if you're playing lane Nocturne, but not if you're jungling. If you're jungling, you want to get that early Warmox. If you don't get that, you want to get the early Phage, and you want to go Frozen Mallet. So Nocturne's going to come in here. He's going to block that. Nice move. I hit my cleanse not fast enough either. I've got to, you know, that's another smart thing to do too, is pay attention to your summoners. So I'm going to get caught here as well. They just do way too much damage to me. I thought actually I was going to get away. Very close, but no, not close enough. This is where the team starts falling apart. You know, I'm 1-4. We've got Udyr 3-4, and he built 2 blades into a Spirit Visage, which, what did you need a Spirit Visage for? I don't understand what you need that for. I probably again would have gone for something a little bit more tanky. Probably would have grabbed a Heart of Gold, especially considering Gangplank is getting farmed, especially Xin Zhao, especially Graves. Go for that Randuin's. You're gonna mess him up. So, the one thing I can say about Xin Zhao, you know, I rag on the fact that it's, well, Xin Zhao. But, like a lot of junglers that are considered to have terrible late games, he can split push. Especially if he builds a lot of attack speed. He's got a Black Cleaver, which is going to give him some attack speed. Zerker Greaves. He can split push. He can split the push. And that's one thing, that's another thing in solo queue that's huge. If you know the right time to push, and you do it, you're golden. And obviously, Kate just folded up and died there. Like, yeah, I'm just gonna take a nap right by my trap. Nobody will get me. At this point, I'm trying to roam with the team. Thankfully, he got a Giant's Belt. I think he goes to do a Frozen Mallet with that. But he gets that. I try to farm these guys up. In retrospect, I should have built tankier early on. I know with Kassadin it's a bad idea, but I was dying way too fast. It really was. Either tankier, maybe go into like a an Abyssal Scepter. It's a terrible item. Not an Abyssal Scepter. Well, an Abyssal Scepter may not have been a bad idea. Counteract Cyan a little bit, but honestly, maybe like even an Hourglass. That would have been a terrible idea. So, nice thing is we're getting farm a lot out of this top lane. Soraka's still warding hard. Soraka only had 1 gold per 5 and a bunch of wards. You need to have at least 2, maybe even 3, depending on who you are, past the 20-minute mark. You need to. So Nocturne takes that. I don't see any reason why Nocturne's not going to die here. Especially after the gameplay called. Oh, never mind. That's right. I slowed him. And he feared him, so he got away. Whittier comes in, though, like the true beast he is. Let's scare him off. Man, Graves just too strong. Too strong. They're going to go for their 3rd dragon. That's going to be the 3rd dragon we gave up. Uncontested again because they played that smart. Nocturne had to go back. We didn't have our jungler. We didn't have our smite. Couldn't fight it. I think we're actually going to try to engage this team fight too. And it's a terrible idea. Terrible idea. I end up getting caught into a terrible position, so I get out of there. I don't think they chase me. They end up going back. They're looking for that. They're looking for that Sona stun. Yeah, they throw that Sona stun on Nocturne. They throw it on Udyr. They throw it on me. They have way more than enough burst to kill us all. We kill Sona there, so she couldn't get her ult off. I go in, all stupid like. I run out of mana. I should have ulted up there, not back here. Gangplank comes in, he kills Nocturne. That was kind of my fault. I kind of killed Nocturne there, which is terrible. Gangplank, gonna eat some oranges, try to make it okay. That's kind of surprising on Gangplank. He bought his Atmas before he bought anything else. Oh, and there I go. Oh, that's right. I tried going in. I can't believe I missed it. I tried going in on Xin Zhao. He was really weak on health. I tried going in on him. Wasn't a smart idea. Udyr could have just killed him. Again, got greedy. That would have made the world of... Instead of being 1-5-5, I would have been 1-4-6. Or maybe even 2-4-6. 2-4-5. Would have made the world of a difference. So, at this point, we're discombobulated. They've got 3 dragons over our dragon. Our Nocturne has basically taken every buff. And, I mean, you put Caitlyn red buff, it does damage. It does the damage. However, our Caitlyn got outfarmed by Graves by a lot. Grabbed a quick Infinity Edge. Not necessarily a bad idea. I don't know why you get a Brawler's Glove over a dagger. That doesn't make much sense to me. I know you like the crit, but at this point you need more of the speed. You need to hit more. Yeah, Udyr's telling me I should have gotten a Rod of Ages. I shouldn't have. Honestly, Rod of Ages would have been a bad choice on me just because I wasn't farming well. I needed the extra health. I needed the extra mana regen. What I needed just was the gank smarter. And I should have ganked bottom more. I should have taken advantage of Sona and Graves. I didn't. Yeah, I didn't.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
So, what am I? I'm level 13, and Sona's next closest at 11. I guess we're beating them in levels, too. Right now, just kind of a mad dash. Fast forward here. I can't remember if they're getting Baron at this point or not. I think Soraka actually goes in, lays down a ward. We discover they're not. Yep. Nocturne almost gets caught. Had to burn Flash. That's one thing that really hurt us too. If you can tell, Nocturne has to burn flash and has to run away quite a bit. And this sets up, if you can send somebody back like this, it sets up a 4v5, and if you make one stupid move, especially with the Scion Stun, with the Sona Ultimate, with the Xin Zhao knockup, that person could be dead. I don't care if you have Warmogs, you don't have any armor, they could potentially do enough damage to you. So I don't understand why he goes, see right there. I don't understand why you do that. Especially Xin Zhao's ultimate is designed to hurt. It's designed to hurt all of that. So we end up taking a pretty decent. We end up going 2 and 2 there, and I think we take one more, or we get too greedy. We got too greedy. All their big DPS guys were still out there. All their big DPS guys still had a lot of health. And yeah, he gets messed up hard. Where's your team? Half of them are dead. The 2 that do the most damage, they're dead. And there I am. I'm about to get destroyed. Zin's outplayed smart. You know, as much as I rag on him, seriously, he played smart. I'll give him that. Hey, what did he end up going? 7 and 4? Not too bad. And they end up here. We've got 2 teammates up. See, I didn't even have enough. I got destroyed there. Hard stun. Oh my goodness. So bad. So I got owned there. I got owned hard. Thankfully their Xin Zhao gets killed. Yeah, I let them know I'm going to mute them. That's one thing about solo queues. Seriously, if people are going to do that, just mute them. And actually, it looks like I can actually hear what they're saying after I mute them, which is kind of funny. I don't know why they would want me to sell Sheen. Just because it sells enough for Blasting Wand, but I suppose I could have sold it and got a close to a death cap. May have been a good idea. I wait here to get my needlessly large rod. They're chilling, waiting for the Baron fight, which is inevitably going to happen. Should have happened way before this. Another thing about solo queue that I've noticed. This ELO, right around 1300 ELO, we don't do Baron fast enough. We don't. You can get a Baron. Pros get Baron at 15 minutes, right when it's up sometimes, depending on your team comp. Could they have done it? Probably not. Could you have gotten a 20-minute Baron? 22-minute? Absolutely. Either team could have. With a Caitlyn, especially with an Udyr, if Udyr grabbed the boss, he had his wriggles. There's no reason why we couldn't have grabbed a 22-minute Baron. You've got to do it smart. We were doing it terribly, so at this point, you know, we get hit with a team fight. I don't know why Nocturne went in there. Nocturne got way overconfident. I did too. I ended up going in there. I'm gonna get destroyed. Nocturne gets destroyed. Caitlyn gets destroyed. I can't remember if we get aced or not. They're just gonna out-see it. They're gonna out-damage him. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Caitlyn's gonna get destroyed. So there's that Sona ult. CS done. Honestly, I can't remember if they go and take Baron or if they just end it here. So, yeah, I think I actually all tapped on this game at this point. I was like, yeah, no, that's okay. Oh, they wanted me reported. So, anyways, they do the damage. It kills the Nexus. They wins the match. That's alright. There's nothing I can do to go in there and help. So, I don't know. They can say report me or whatever. Get a bad game. It happens. I don't think I've ever actually watched a replay all the way through. I don't know what happens when you click this button.